So I just got out of getting a massage, and of course while I'm laying there for an hour with my eyes closed, I tend to basically have an inner dialogue with myself. And it got me thinking about my weirdest massage experience, and also my first massage experience with a male therapist. I was in Vegas with a group of girlfriends on a business trip, and I'll never forget the moment that we were sitting in the spa and this really good looking guy walks out, and I kind of nudged my friend next to me and I was like, oh, I wonder which one of you are gonna get him, ha ha ha. Well, the next time he walks out into the lobby, of course he calls my name, and I turn about 50 shades of red because I'm wearing my airplane clothes because we had just flew in to Vegas earlier that morning. And anyway, I was mortified, but it ended up being a good massage. So that was my first experience with a male. Since then, I've had both male and female therapists, and neither of them really bother me. And then my weirdest experience was I come in and I get this surfer hippie looking guy, and once I'm on the table and he comes back in, he says he apologizes, but he's got to use latex gloves to do the massage. I was really confused, but then he explained that his cat had scratched up his hands and his arms, so for safety reasons he had to use gloves. So that was the weirdest experience because it did not feel as good as a typical massage would, because you're basically being rubbed down with latex. Luckily I wasn't allergic, but I'm sure they would have used a different glove if that was the case. And then, am I the only one who, while you're laying there and having that inner dialogue, like, I'm usually, okay, I'm one of two things. One, I don't like talking during a massage. I like quiet. I'm there typically to relax. But two, at the same time, like, I have all these questions. Like, why is your thumb digging that deep into my neck muscle? Or why is your elbow going into my hip quite like that, longer than what should be necessary? So as they're massaging me, I'm like analyzing every little thing they're doing, because I want to know why they're doing it. I want to know why I carry all my tension in my neck and my shoulders, and why they're, like I said, doing certain things, or they find a knot and you can tell, like, it's their personal vendetta to get that knot out, which, yes, that's true, but at the same time it kind of makes you cringe at times because it can be kind of painful. So while that's going on in my head, I'm thinking, when I get home, I'm gonna Google this. I want to know why they did such and such. Well, of course, when I get home, it's nearly impossible to come up with a search string that's going to garner you any sort of helpful results as to why your massage therapist was doing what they were doing. So basically I end up at square one, and then I'm back on the table again a few weeks or a month later wondering the same things over again. But yeah, that's what goes through my head while I'm on the table. What kind of experiences have you had? Anything strange? I'm sure some of you have strange stories. Oh, and another one, like most recently, a word to the advised. That made no sense. I'm relaxed, right? A word to the wise. When they ask you if you have to use the restroom before going into the dark room and laying on the table, use the restroom. Because the last time I went, I booked an hour-and-a-half massage, and I didn't think I had to use the restroom, and then I laid there for like at least the last 30 minutes of my massage in agony because I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I had to pee. TMI, but always use the bathroom first because it made it impossible to enjoy the rest of my massage. Like, it was painful. So yeah, that's my experience. What stories do you guys have? Are you a massage therapist? I've had massage therapists have some of the weirdest stories. I can only imagine the things that they see. But I'm gonna go home, drink some fluids. I will probably wake up bruised tomorrow, both in my neck area, because he worked out every knot that he could find, which is great for me. But while it's happening, oof, you can feel it like under their thumb. And then he worked my hips because I have really tight hips, and his elbow was deeper than it probably should have been into my glute muscles. So I'll probably be bruised there as well. So I want to hear your stories. Leave them in the comments below. I'm curious. This is the stuff I was thinking about for the past hour while I was on the bed. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I've got some new subscribers again, and it excites me every time that ticker goes up by one. Alright guys, have a good evening, have a good day. Talk to you later.